Was that loud?
Andrew Ingram will be number 1.
We are starting the very first book club. I believe we are going to be reading a book called Leaders Eat Last.
You know, when I was a kid, the last thing that I wanted to do was read a book. Absolutely the last thing I wanted to do was give a book report. And I would figure out whatever I could do to read the least amount of that book to apply that to a book report. And looking back on it now, it's one of the most frustrating things because I missed out on a lot of information. I missed out on a lot of education. I missed out on a lot of opportunities to grow my knowledge base and grow my perspectives.
I'm super excited about this. It's good to see you guys not in the normal work setting where you're just constantly back and forth. We're going to do this the second Thursday of each month at 5 p.m. Dinner provided. We're going to have a discussion guide on the current book. The main things we're going to discuss are takeaways and applications. So it's not going to be as much review of the book. So it's very important that you do read the book.
So with all that said, it's a bit ironic that as a kid, I absolutely despised to sit down and read. And currently, as an adult, I'm hosting 2 book clubs starting this week. One for Loc-Doc Security and one for a business group that I'm a part of called businessmeeting.online.
In a leadership position, a lot of times people think it's, I finally arrived and now it's all about me. And it's now thinking about it in a completely different way.
You know, being a servant leader means serving those that you lead. The people that you're leading are not there to serve you. They're not there to carry your needs. Your job is to serve them and to find out what they need to be able to do what you're asking them to do.
So the first question for all of you is, why are you here and what do you hope to gain out of this book club?
Many times in business, I mean, I've been in other companies where in many cases you clock in and you get your job done. I mean, that's not the way it should be, but how can we change not just our business, but our industry and other industries?
How important it is to hire to your culture and to get to know somebody and not just like, oh, you've got the most experience, oh, you can really get those numbers for us. Because I know at Loc-Doc, we don't always hire the people with the most experience who have, years as a locksmith or whatever role. We hire the people who will fit in with our culture, fit in with our team, who are willing to grow, willing to learn.
I kind of to piggyback onto that, I remember the interview process here was definitely very different than any interview I've ever been to. And I thought it was different that the first thing we did was take a personality test. Not that that says everything about somebody, but it does show that you're looking for a specific kind of person. And I thought that was different, but cool.
William, you already asked him. You got your Audible link?
Okay. Question 2 is, how do you plan to accomplish the goal of finishing a book by the next meeting?
So I've been listening to audiobooks though, but I just want to give the hard copy another chance. And I really don't know how to break it down, so I'm actually going to listen to you guys pretty well for this one. But my goal, I guess, would be to just break it into chapters and make sure that by Friday or Saturday night I've read so much of the book just to make sure I stay on track.
I got the audiobook version, so it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to get to either work or home. The audiobook is about 10 hours, so if I just keep reading it, it'll last me about a week or so.
We're launching book clubs because we want to focus on continued education and collectively moving forward. I think that's one of the big takeaways that I have learned over time is I can read 1,000 books, I can read 100 books, I can read all the books that I can find, but if I'm the only one ingesting that information, I'm the only one trying to apply that information, then I'm going to be stuck. And so as an organization collectively, if we're all reading the same things, if we're all learning the same things, then we can apply that collectively. And each person can apply that in their own department, in their own way to create a level of success. So I'm excited to join up with our team and all get in a uniform mindset of ways that we can improve our organization together, collectively, and go farther together. It's going to be exciting.